The driving force for any great organization is purpose. Great organizations have single purpose that drives them towards success. The purpose is simple. You must define your purpose in a very clear way. Several organizations they have pointed out they organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. And they had several companies back to savings. Your stated purpose should not be a tagline but a single idea that defines your company's reason for existing. This analogy applies to individuals also. To be a driving force, they should have a clear cut, defined purpose. Discover what your company or yourself is best at and put it into practice. Do not settle for being middle of the road, but strive to be the most responsive, most colorful, or most focused. Then make sure that everyone in your company knows this sentence and uses it to be successful. This requires a clear cut communication that every worker, top to bottom, every manager must know the definition of your purpose, the scope of your purpose, and the strategy that you have adapted in attaining the objectives of the clearly drawn purpose of the organization. Here, the major role will be played the way you tell your story, the way you narrate your story, the way you drive your story into the minds of the managers. What your organization's important purpose, what makes it unique, and how does it positively affect people's lives. If your company is not getting the story out of customers to a consistent through a way, it is losing out and a chance to distinguish itself from rivals. That uniqueness, making your purpose unique, you will be lost unless you communicate even to the customers with all clarity, with an understandable in an understandable language. And in today's dire economy, that can be fatal. Use the latest technology to spread the word. If your organization serves business, make sure your marketing message can be consumed via BlackBerry. If it serves consumers, be certain to be an application to the Apple App Store. Creating consistent and coordinated touch points will broadcast your company's story most effectively and engage your customers. Engaging your customers with your style, with your purpose, and everything that will be very, very important for an organization or even for an individual in the development of their career prosperity. Basically, unless we establish relevance in the society to the purpose, to the draft, to the strategy that you have evolved for your organization, you cannot be successful. So, establishing your relevance, many companies forage into social media yield nothing more than wasted time and effort. Before you establish a company purpose driving into the minds of the people, customers, and all your partners, stakeholders, start a Facebook page, step back, and think about what messages will be relevant to your customers or potential customers. If your brand and your communication are not useful or interesting to them, you might as well be tweeting into a black hole. There is no use of tweeting and using all the most modern tools unless it serves your purpose. Start by understanding the conversations about your brand, about your idea, about your purpose that are already happening. Then craft messages, craft slogans, accordingly. Before sending anything out, ask yourself what value does this message carry for our customers. When action we hoping to inspire, if you don't have a sharp answer to these questions, it is time to return to the drawing board, have a discussion, and then definitely draw out a clear cut strategy of communication to the society, customers, and several fragments and segments of the society through whom you want to attain your objective. We should never forget that basically it must start with our managers and workers. Creating a big social platform for your purpose, whether it is business or anything, is very, very important in this present day of running an organization for a business or any other social purpose. So, creating a social platform, more and more organizations are introducing social networking tools to help employees connect. However, these should not be considered work versions of the Facebook or Twitter. These platforms are intended to support your work, not give you a place to post pictures and your poodle. There are three ways to make good use of these tools in advance to your network. Narrate your work, ask questions, talk about social activities. These things will help you to drive your purpose with all force about your organization. The same analogy can be drawn to the individual regarding his career and prosperity. Thank you very much.